And what the house is the interior for, like that. Oh. Through that door to your right is where Shelly was sitting on the couch in the pilot watching the TV. And where Leo said, what kind of cigarettes do you smoke? That was, yeah, the study was in the guest house. Got this. Well, the angle for the establishing shot was back there. The other thing they used was inside that.
The far one.
The far one.
Okay.
Where you see the window, that's the window that you see in the shot. That window there,
Yep.
you see from inside looking out when Shelly's watching TV. Right there, on the right. The guy that lives here said he saw the mailbox that said Johnson and realized that, and David Lynch realized it was a sign because the mailbox said Johnson, that this was the place.
Ah. And the room with all the bare walls, unfinished walls with the studs.
Over there. That was back over that way.
Okay.
Now they used a different house in the series. Episodes 2 through 29, different house. That house has now been torn down. That house was in Malibu Lake, it's gone now. So the only Leo's house that's remaining is this one. This is the one from the pilot and Firewalker movie. This one is also the interior, and the set was a model of that living room in there, which was shot in for the pilot. Okay, great. Twin Peaks. We're back. Go figure.
It's that time of the year. We're back.
What's that? Yeah. Yeah. So you're selling the house?
Yeah.
And you want to buy Leo Johnson's house?
Vacation home.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Josh.
Yes.
And did you list the house as Leo Johnson's house as well?
Yeah, to fetch a price.
You never know.
It could.
Yeah, that was quite an experience. The strange guy walking the door. She said, "Hi, my name's David Lynch." And I said, "So what?" I said, "They call me a lot worse than that when they're upset with me." Anyway, talking, of course I knew they were making a movie here and all that. So anyway, they spent 3 days here.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, came on in, and the wife was upset because things weren't as tidy as, you know, we live in the house, for Christ's sake, you know. And anyway, he said, "I'd like to use it in this and that. This is just perfect, and yada, yada, yada. And you'll love this. The ladies will enjoy this." As soon as he walked out the door, wife says, "Oh God, I got to clean, I got to this, I got to that." I said, "No, you don't." She says, "Well, why?" "The man said it's perfect." The cobwebs where they're at. So she didn't touch anything. And the only, when they came in there, they took pictures of everything in the house, of where it's at. And you'll love this. I had a coffee cup on a end table in there. And they took pictures of all this and that. And when they got done, the coffee cup was back on the end table. They put everything back exactly where it was.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Quite
A very good
experience.
crew. That's unusual.
Yeah.
So
What was David Lynch like in person?
he was. He's not a personable guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's known as an eccentric in the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why it was kind of an offbeat movie, so to speak. And he himself, as obviously you know, he has a pretty good cult following. And it's because of his own unique talent of what he brings out of each and every story. And but he didn't walk in the house and say, "Gee, how are you today?"
Yeah.
He walked in, "Well, this is what I got to do." You know, he was focused on making the film. You know, and you know, helping find a location down in Preston. I don't know if you've been to that one, the old gas station.
They get that one.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Okay, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy one to find. But my wife, she had been born and raised here in the valley, so you know, it was a fun experience. It was just, you know, unique. There wasn't anything that you really expect. You know, you hear the stories where they've had a movie made or whatever, and yeah. And I'd be willing to bet you each and every story is totally different. You know, it just depends on the people's personality. And
What about Shelly? Magican act.
Made you name it?
Yes. Did you get to meet her?
Huh.
No. And what about Leo Johnson?
yeah, met him.
So
Yeah,
was
you're
he
right.
as mean in person?
He's a jerk.
Oh!
And because there's ladies here, that's the nicest thing I could say about it.
Oh, wow.
Some info. That's
So
Maybe
easy acting job then for him.
I love saying these
Didn't have
things.
to stretch.
If I was Greek,
Yeah.
and he was, let's see, if he was Greek, now he's Chinese, I call him Gleek Plick. Not a nice guy at all.
Interesting.
Born and raised in Yakima. Just a total jerk.
So it wasn't acting, it was him being himself in the series?
It was easy for him.
Yeah.
And no, he was not a nice guy at all.
Oh, wow.
You know, kind of stuck his nose up in the air, and you know, the only thing that we asked, you know, hey, the house is yours, go do what you got to do. And because they assured us, you know, that they would be careful with whatever and so on and so forth. He went and dug through my son's stuff there, and he had a, you'll love this, pile of Playboy magazines left on the counter. He spent his time looking at that kind of stuff, you know, when he wasn't being filmed or whatever. You know, and he just,
Going through your son's stuff?
Leah, Eric Ray? Wow.
yeah, not a nice guy at all.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you watch the show as it aired?
I, if you remember, had trucks in the yep. One was a 42 Dodge Power Wagon, that was mine.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
And of course I had my semi as I was on the road most of the time. Anyway, when it finally came out, I told the wife, hell with it, I'm not going south this week. It's coming out. I'll stay home and watch this movie. I watched about 20 minutes of it, and I never watched another. It was just not my thing. I mean, obviously, it had great following, and there's a lot of people who enjoy it. But that's why they have channels, because there's something for you. So,
57 channels and nothing on it.
yeah, nothing to watch tonight, Mom. Jeez.
So how much are you selling your house for?
I'm trying to remember. I think they got it listed at 300.
Okay.
And there's 5 acres with it, and I've got a rental out in back. And all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We all put in
Yeah, exactly. That's all
something together. We can all buy it.
Make it the official Twin Peaks Festival house. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Wouldn't it, Joe?
It would be kind of nice.
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, yeah.
There's a house just across the road from Donna Hayward's house. That's
Now,
really
also
sold.
the interesting thing is, so your house actually was under construction when they shot, right? The part over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was, he kind of got lucky that had happened, yeah.
That's what we got. You know, that's what we call our spy.
And whose truck was it? Because I think I remember you saying was that your truck, or? Yeah.
Are we married? You didn't listen to me. Gotcha! You had to like that, didn't you?
Slide.
I gotta remember that one.
Now, do you pay attention in advance of the festival each year and know when people might be coming in, or is it just luck of the draw?
No, huh? It's just, you know, we actually get people year round.
Really?
Wow.
We've had people.
People
come,
find it?
and I don't,
gotta be
you know, I don't
website
even ask
somewhere
them how or whatever and all that kind of
Maybe.
stuff.
There is the internet.
That's true. Good point.
It exists.
And,
It does. Has for a while.
Yeah, we've even had people show up on Christmas Day.
Oh, my goodness.
For some people, Twin Peaks is
Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's, don't take offense to this, but it has a cult following.
Absolutely.
You know,
Oh, it does,
there's,
for sure.
there's any question
Here
about
we
it.
are.
I mean,
Yeah.
This is us,
I'm
the
sure
cult.
as much as you're into it, you could probably watch just about any of them, and you could probably mouth the words that they're going to say because you've watched it so much and enjoy it, you know. And
I remember.
when the when the first episode came on, my wife, she used to go with me in the truck every other trip, and we were in New Orleans, and I had TV in the truck and all that kind of stuff, but she had to get a motel or hotel because they had good reception and bigger one. So we did this. Turned it on and said, I watched about 10 minutes and went to bed.
Now, was that the TV series or the movie?
That was the TV series.
The TV series.
The
Okay.
pilot.
Yeah.
The pilot. Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't my kind of thing, you know. And he had subplots on top of subplots and all that kind of stuff. And my own personal psychic is I prefer to be entertained. I don't want to have to figure out, okay, well, who did this to that, so this happens over here and all that kind of stuff. I want to be entertained. And so, like I said, you know, wasn't my thing, but kind of made a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
And your wife didn't watch it either?
Oh yeah, she watched it, but she wasn't. You know.
Interesting thing, like Lynch tends to, he captures, like, I think he captures small town, this, like the slightly darker, eerier side of small town
Oh
life.
yeah, there's.
He seems to capture that really well. Do you feel that he captures that well, or that?
That's the nosy neighbor.
Oh.
She never stops to get the mail, but she is now because you're here.
Hi.
Hi, Corey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh no. It's Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
That's the case.